So this is the official KionU live Q&A. By the way, should you be wondering whether I am a patient on oxygen therapy, I am not. I'm just doing my nano V DNA repair, which I often do while I'm working. Kill two birds with one stone, right? Why not? I often have that going, or I have sometimes my Juve light back here going, but that might be distracting. Do you agree? Okay. So let's go ahead and jump in. This is your chance to ask any and all questions that you have about Keon University, about what we've put together for you, about what you'll learn, about anything regarding KionU. Now, at this point, if you're on this call, you are no doubt aware that Keon University is the complete curriculum that I've designed for someone who is a physical therapist, personal trainer, chiropractic doc, physician, nutritionist, registered dietitian, anyone in the professional field of health, fitness, or nutrition to put the icing on the cake of their knowledge and to hone their entire business and knowledge database with everything that I have put together over the past couple of decades as far as my business, podcast, blog, everything necessary to optimize a human being completely in a way that reflects real world in the trenches knowledge. So I've got the chat going on the side here where you can type in the questions that you have. But I have already gotten a few questions that have kind of been asked to me that I'll be going through on a document here. So one of the first questions that we got was related to these live calls. Like, what if you can't make the live calls that I'm going to be running each week for you in our Keon University webinars? Well, I understand that everyone isn't going to be able to make the calls every week due to work or living in another time zone or maybe having some kind of a social life. So every single lesson will be recorded. Every single lesson can be downloaded and viewed on your own time. I do encourage you to attend the live calls, right? So you can interact with me, you can interact with the other students who are part of the course. You can engage in the Q&As at the end because that's where you'll have me available to answer any questions that you have about what it is that I'm teaching to you. But in the meantime, if you can't make a call, it's not to worry. You don't have to make every single one. I understand that that's not doable in many situations. So I myself have taken a lot of courses where I just can't make certain calls, and I always watch later on. And we, of course, will have robust interaction, even if you can't make the Q&A for you via the forum and other platforms that we have within Keon University for you to be able to ask me questions. Another question was, what happens if you're international? Can you take the program if you live outside the U.S.? The answer is no. This is only open to Americans because I like to stereotype and be incredibly biased. No, I'm kidding. This is because it's online, open to anybody, anywhere in the world, in whatever time zone. And again, if you can't make the live lessons due to time zone differences, you can watch the recorded lessons. Anyone and everyone can be a part of this, assuming that you have, of course, a professional cert and you're already in this field. And I get a lot of questions about, why can't I just, come in off the streets? I'm interested in health and fitness and go through Keon University. Well, you need to have an existing body of knowledge, right? You need to hold an existing certification so that you can build upon that body of knowledge. My goal is not to slow down the learning process for people who are more advanced in terms of their knowledge about fitness and nutrition and health by having some complete newbie ask, for example, what's the difference between a carbohydrate, a protein, and a fat, right? Like, that's not what Keon University is about. We're working with existing professionals who already have a knowledge database to work with. So how many hours of homework will there be is another question. Gotta love the homework, baby. So don't worry. I don't want to overload you with the homework. Most of the assignments will not take you more than about 60 minutes. Now, in addition to the 1 hour live lesson that you'll be going through with me, plus the time for the occasional lesson prep that we'll be going through, the required time each week that you can anticipate is about 3 to 5 hours, about 3 to 5 hours each week. Now, some of you, if you're like me, you like to learn at a very fast pace and just absorb information, and you're extremely quick implementer. For me, I would on this course, if I were taking it, I'd be around 3 hours. Some of you like to learn a little bit more slowly, kind of pace out the information a little bit more quickly. Even in that scenario, it's not going to be more than about 5 hours per week. But you can spend, I mean, I have a ton of resources in KionU University, and you could literally spend the entire week, like 5, 6 hours a day pouring through the information to become a true expert if you wanted to. But you don't need to do that. And I don't encourage you to feed through the fire hose. I encourage you to go at the pace that I'll be teaching things within the university. So what will you learn? What is the curriculum? It's super comprehensive. It is pretty much everything that you would need for mind, body, and spirit health. Some people have asked me about, is it just like everything that's already in, say, like my Beyond Training book, or already in my the Superhuman Coaching program that has been merged into KionU University? And no, it's far more than that. We've literally been busting butt the past couple of years, preparing the platform, preparing the curriculum, preparing everything from mind and brain, nervous system optimization, to physical performance optimization, to even spirituality, purpose, health, happiness. So it is all there. Anything you would ever need to optimize the human being is within KionU University, along with, of course, all the Q&A and all the business building topics, all, how to blog, how to podcast, how to create robust content, how to get more clients, how to make a lot of money in this business. And so a lot of that is included, as well as behavior change. We're bringing in experts like BJ Fogg, for example, Stanford University professor, to teach not only, to teach you not only how to know the knowledge and learn the knowledge, but how to apply the knowledge to affect lasting change in your clients and your patients. So a lot in the curriculum. We cover hormones, fitness, recovery, nutrition, gratitude, spiritual health, and you got to apply and you got to be qualified before you can actually see the whole curriculum. But it is super comprehensive, and it's not stuff that you're going to get out of just, say, listening to the podcast or reading my books. Okay, so costs. I've been asked a lot of questions about the cost. So the program is $49.97, so $4,997. That is for the complete course. You can also split that up into 6 payments of $997. That includes the weekly live lessons with me every week, all the additional resources, every shred of the archives, all the interaction, everything. Compared to collegiate coursework in physiology or biomechanics, etc. That's a drop in the bucket. But of course, this is online, I understand. And so rather than charging, say, what a university would charge, tens of thousands of dollars plus, I want to keep this palatable for you guys. I want you to be able to afford this, and also to be able to use it as the icing on the cake and on top of any other existing coursework that you're doing in medicine or health or exercise. So we're not accredited with the Coaching Federation. Will we ever be? So we are not associated with a specific accrediting body. The thing is, and I discovered this myself with CECs and CEUs, for me to maintain my strength and conditioning coach certification, my sports nutrition certification, my personal training certification. I've discovered that pretty much any coursework, anytime I show up at an event, anytime I speak, even some books that I read or courses that I take or podcasts that I listen to, I can submit any of that stuff to the organization for CEUs and CECs when my research time comes around. So you can literally take the number of hours that you spend in KionU University, and you can bring what you've actually studied to whatever. Let's say you're in the NSCA or ACE or ACSM or NASM or any of these organizations. And if you show them the number of hours that you've completed and the nature of the actual coursework, you can attain CECs and CEUs very easily. And that's how I personally go about getting my CECs and CEUs. I study up, I take whatever courses that I personally feel like taking, then I turn around and submit those. Ultimately, any organization just wants to see that you're continuing your body of knowledge, that you're not letting things slack, or you're not getting lazy in terms of your attainment of knowledge. And as long as you can prove that, CECs and CEUs are pretty easy to attain. Okay, how many books will you need to read? How many books will you need to read? There are no required books. However, for every single module that I've created, I've got this nice list of books that you can get to build on top of the information. Obviously, many of you know I'm a complete nerd with books. My entire home is littered with books everywhere. And so anytime I come across a book that I think would really be a book that would be highly beneficial to a health or a fitness professional, I'm including that in the KionU, not in the actual curriculum, but as a recommendation for a book that you guys can, in my opinion, should read. But you don't have to. Each module will have a good list of books, though, that will allow you to dive into the topics. Yes, all the video lessons, or I'm sorry, I should read the questions first. Will there be audio options? Yeah, you can, and I do this a lot of times because I like to study when I'm on my bike or when I'm hiking or walking or lifting weights. You can literally take the video lessons, download them, and listen to them on your own time. And that's very simple to just convert them to audio and listen to them whenever you want to listen to them. You may still want to, of course, do some of the reading when you have the chance to do the reading, but a lot of this can be done while you're working out, while you're in your car, commuting, etc. I understand, because that's how I like to take courses, is I do audio as much as I can, then dress that up with the video and the added reading. So how long is the training? How long is the training is another question. 21 weeks long, exactly. So we start on July 25th. The last lesson is on December 19th. It's actually the day before my birthday. Happy birthday to me, to all of the KionU graduating class. So anyways, we're going to start July 25th. We go all the way through December 19th with our weekly coursework, with the whole shebang. So it's 21 weeks total. Everything is done virtually. I got another question about whether it's 100% online. Can you download documents? So you can download and print everything you want. It's not one of those things where I hate it when I take a course and I have to be connected to Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or bombarding my body with the internet anytime I want to access the course. It's like YouTube, right? It's one of the annoying things about YouTube is I come across YouTube videos I want to watch on a freaking airplane and I can't unless I connect to the Wi-Fi. I want you guys to be able to download and use this curriculum anytime, any place, whether or not you have an internet connection. So it's all downloadable. So you can stream it or you can download it. In terms of me personally, another question: how much will we all be able to connect with me personally? Never. I'm a robot. You can't connect with me personally. I keep myself heavily guarded for any type of personal interaction or communication. I'm sorry. It's just the way things are. Even my own family, I never look them in the eyes. No, I'm just kidding. You'll be learning from me personally every single week, sometimes just with odd things attached to my head, as is the case right now. There'll also be 4 mastermind sessions with me and my trusty sidekick for the past 8 years, Brock, Jason, Skywalker, Armstrong. And you can attend. You can ask me anything you want: health advice, business advice, life advice. I want you to be able to learn from me. I don't profess to be an expert in everything, but the stuff that I do have a working body of knowledge in, the stuff that I've committed my life to memorizing and studying and learning and applying in the trenches, I will teach to you. I guarantee and I promise. I will be your prime mentor at Keon University. So you'll get a lot of interaction with me. Will I be offering the course again? Well, here's the deal. This charter course is pretty unique because everything is live. I'm teaching the material live to you, live Q&As, everything. The other courses will be self-paced. So I'll be popping in and I'll be adding things as years go on. And as you stay a part of Keon University, you'll have access to all that stuff. But this first 21-week coursework, it's all with me live. So yes, we'll be like, you could enroll in 2019, you could enroll in 2020, but it's going to be a lot more kind of like automated self-paced learning versus the live learning that we're doing this year. So, okay. So another question: once the course is over, how long is the information available online? As long as you maintain your status as a Keon coach, you have access to everything. It's like if you attend a university, like I went to University of Idaho, as long as I am, as long as I am paying tuition and I'm part of the university, I can go to the library at any point. I can go to the gym at any point. I can go into the pool at any point. I can go anywhere with my handy dandy student card. Same thing for you guys. Anytime you want to pop into Keon University, take a course, take a webinar, replay a course, interact with me, ask questions, interact with others, etc. It's all there. And of course, I should mention, in addition to this, we're going to be taking standout members who have really demonstrated a good level of understanding and have graduated with good scores and all the KionU course material, will be featuring you at Kion, will be helping you to get clients, will be featuring you as coaches. Any of you will be able to display the Kion University logo on your website. Our goal is to turn you into the world's trusted experts when it comes to mind, body, and spirit optimization. Meaning, if you've got the KionU window sticker or logo or anything else, people are going to recognize you as being a KionU coach. Okay, the annual renewal fee. The annual renewal fee. So it's pretty easy. It's $497. That gets you everything annually. It gives you the ability to maintain super affiliate status, which means that anyone who is part of Kion University is made a super affiliate for Kion, meaning that anytime you recommend colostrum or aminos or anything else, we pay you a way higher affiliate percentage than we would pay anybody else because you're a Kion coach. You also get discounts on all the Kion products. You get access to the entire KionU community, masterminds with me, masterminds with anyone who I want to bring in. Just imagine that you are, you're a fly on the wall when I have a podcast guest on and you're listening, ask them a question. I'll be bringing in experts to Kion University, very similar to podcast guests, except you get to interact with them live rather than you just like listening to them. So, and of course, we will have a Kion coaching funnel where clients who approach me, clients who come to Kion, who want to be coached, who want to learn, we will pass them on to you as actual clients. I personally have a wait list of dozens of clients, and my current rate of $49.97 per month that clients pay me to train them. That's a large database of clients who I want to instead send to you to be coached because I simply have limited bandwidth. I can coach about 5 to 8 people per month, and that's my maximum bandwidth. So I have a big wait list of people I want to send to KionU coaches. How does the coaching funnel actually work? So people who want to get coached, they go to getkion.com/coaching to sign up. And then we follow up with them to find out their needs. We pair them with an appropriate Kion certified coach who can best meet those needs. Like whether, let's say somebody wants to train for a triathlon and you're a KionU coach who specializes in triathlon, we would then connect that client to you. If it was, say, bodybuilding, we would connect them to you. If it's, say, like gut issues and you're a gastroenterologist who's part of KionU, we would send them to you. So basically, we connect people to you via our Kion funnel, and the number of referrals that you get is going to vary widely based on your level of expertise. I mean, for example, let me think of an example. Female figure competitors. Not a lot of female figure competitors come to me these days much for coaching because they realize I consider that to be an incredibly unhealthy sport, right? So if you're a female figure competitor coach, I might only be able to refer like 1 to 2 clients per month, whereas I have like tons of people coming to me for, say, like gut optimization, tons of people coming for like endurance training or strength training, tons of people coming for health and longevity training. Those would be the type of clients that I would refer on to you guys. Do you need to be in excellent shape to be a coach? No. You need to be able to bench press 400, deadlifts 6, barbell squat 800, and then a 4-minute mile. So it's pretty easy. You jump through those hoops, you're automatically passing the physical standards. No, I'm just kidding. You do not need to be in shape. You'll learn how to get in amazing shape as kind of a bonus part of Kion University. I fully expect you to live an authentic life and take care of your body. I certainly would not expect any KionU coach to be an obese person with a neck beard living in their mom's basement and subsisting off of deep fried Twinkies. And I assume that if you're watching this video, you don't fit into that category anyways. But you also do not need to be an elite athlete. You do not have to have X percentage body fat. You don't have to be some Adonis or Athena or anything like that to actually be part of Kion University. So absolutely not. How much time and effort will this take? So like I mentioned, required time, including assignments, live lessons, quizzes, everything. We estimate it to be about 3 to 5 hours per week. And then after that, like I mentioned, it's up to you how much time you want to spend. If you absolutely love all the additional resources and materials that I have in there, you can continue to digest as much as you want. I mean, I like to give you a range of options when it comes to the minimum effective dose versus just like, feeding through the fire hose on as much information as you want, because trust me, I've got plenty within KionU. What's the homework like? So the homework is going to range from short writing assignments to case studies to group work to journaling to reading to listening to podcasts to watching videos. It's going to be very diverse. It's going to be very engaging, and it's going to be cool because it's almost like there's no guesswork and no decision-making fatigue for you. You know, when we go through, let's say, the neurotransmitters module, I'll be giving you all the podcasts, all the books, all the resources, all the videos, everything you need to know to become a true expert in neurotransmitter optimization, along with the webinars from me, along with the actual homework, because as you know, if you're not tested on something, you just learn in a different way, right? Let me put it this way. If I go and I take a course at like Udemy and I pay for it, and there's like a test or a quiz, and some of these courses that I take, like you can't progress to the next level until you've taken the test or the quiz, I learn far better. I'm far more motivated. And that's just how we want to design KionU University is we want to supply you guys with all the materials and resources you need, but not just say, okay, take this, study it, and good luck. Like we're creating specific tests, specific systems, so that as you go through everything, it's systematized, and all you have to do is log in and grab what you need for that module, go study it, come back, learn from me, take the test, take the quizzes, and I don't want you to have to like scratch your head and wonder and have guesswork about what you should go study. So everything's pretty spelled out for you. What hoops do you need to jump through to be a Kion coach? Just sign up for and start into the course. Like I mentioned, we make it pretty straightforward from there. As far as the test, there's quizzes after each module that you go through with me. You'll have some assignments to complete. And then once you go through the 21-week course, you are officially a certified KionU coach. You become a super affiliate. You enter into our coaching funnel. You are able to display the logo, the links on your website, everything. So, and of course, you continue to have access to all the material that I create, any guests I bring on, everything. So can you work ahead? Is the course self-paced? So the content is going to be released and delivered each week. You won't be able to work ahead, but trust me, you will have plenty to do each week. There is no need for you to work ahead, and I don't recommend it. Trust me, I have that all or nothing mentality sometimes, and it's always backfired on me, and I don't want KionU to be some deal where somebody can just like jump in and go through everything 21 weeks in 1 week and then come out the other end and just not really know or have a working knowledge or an applied knowledge of any of the information because they just went through it all way too fast. But trust me, it's not dumbed down. You're not going to be bored. It's going to be a pretty robust amount of information that you'll go through. Okay, international coaches. Can we be listed as a certified Kion coach on the Kion Facebook group to gain clients? Yes. I mean, this is not American only. This is not domestic. This is a fully international certification. I want you to be a global expert worldwide in health, nutrition, fitness, anywhere you live, anywhere in the world. I want anybody to be able to come to you to learn and to be taught. And and every international coach, every coach who goes through KionU period is going to be featured on KionU, going to be part of the coaching funnel, is going to be basically featured as a superstar. So that's the idea. So yeah, we'll absolutely include all that. Will this course allow me to legally provide nutrition and health advice? That's why you need to be certified. Like if you're a personal trainer and you go through KionU, you're going to have a host of knowledge when it comes to nutrition and diet, et cetera, advice. But I mean, you would need to go to a website like nutritionadvocacy.org, and you would need to research what laws are in place for nutritional counseling in your specific state if you wanted to provide nutritional counseling. So it really depends. Nutrition and diet is one of those areas where, you do want to make sure that you research what you can and cannot say. But I personally provide nutrition advice, but I've got a sports nutrition cert, I've got my personal training cert, and I have my strength conditioning cert. And that this is the type of scenario where I'm creating KionU University to turn you into exactly, not to sound narcissistic, me, to be able to do what I do. Everything from the way I run my business to the body of knowledge that I hold to pretty much everything that it would take for you to coach at the level I coach, for you to command the type of pricing that I charge to clients, for you to be able to know how to do things like, whatever, get on the Joe Rogan podcast, or, produce a New York Times bestselling book. Like, I'm going to be teaching you guys all those type of things as well. So how many students will I be accepting into this course? We don't have a set cap, but we're only allowing qualified candidates into the program, meaning nobody just straight off the street. You got to be qualified. And by qualified, I mean we're reviewing your existing certifications, your existing history, who you are as a person. And so this is not something where you can just apply and get in. We're reviewing each and every candidate to ensure that you fit the criteria we're looking for excellence. Let me see. Do many clients seek me out for reversal of conditions such as diabetes, rheumatoid arthritis, or disordered eating? I am not a doctor. I do not provide medical advice. And I will get into, in a KionU University module, kind of how to work with those type of folks legally. But I do quite a bit of counseling and work with people who have chronic disease, but I in no way market it or fashion it as any type of cure or as any type of medical advice. It's always simply a discussion. It's simply a chat. It's simply a consultation. It's simply a, well, here's what I would do if I were you. So yes, I have a lot of folks seek me out for that type of knowledge and that type of advice, but because I'm not a doctor, I'm very careful. And with our level of, or with our number of physicians who are going to be going through KionU, I will eventually be passing most of those clients on to our physicians who have gone through KionU, rather than taking on those clients myself. Frankly, I'm at the stage in my life where there's a limited number of folks who I personally want to work with for coaching, and I want to give KionU coaches this huge database of clients who approach me for coaching. Will you have access to wholesale pricing for Kion supplements? We don't currently have, although we're working on a wholesale program for Kion supplements, but you get a discount on all products. We're also giving an affiliate commission of 20%, which is almost double what any other affiliate receives on sales. And then if you want to sell products in your own store, we're basically working that on a case-by-case basis. You approach me, fill me in on what kind of store you have, what kind of presence you have, what kind of brick and mortar setting that you have, in which you want to feature or sell Kion supplements. And then I work out a program for you to be able to hook you up with what you need. So we're doing that on a case-by-case basis right now. Will I be, I'm sorry. I answered that question. Will I be offering this course again? We went through that one, but we have a last question here. If I didn't have a chance to get my question answered live from you right now, who can I ask? Okay, here we go. Any remaining questions that you have, you just reply to any of the emails that you've got from KionU. Live person will be replying to those, or you email coachsupport@getkion.com. coachsupport@getkion.com. And I'll answer your questions ASAP. So I believe that covers all of the questions. Thank you for putting up with and listening to me with the strange tubes in my nose. And I got one more question from Doug. In what section will we cover bow hunting, axis deer? We could work that in. We could work in a hunting module. The question is not how to hunt it, but how to make it taste absolutely amazing. So, just saying, hunting and eating go hand in hand. It's the perfect pair. Okay, I should end this thing. I got to rumble. So, thank you all for attending. I can't wait to see you inside KionU University. Go check your email. Get in. We start the charter program July 25th. Make sure you're part of it. If you feel that you qualify,